This video tutorial is Social Media 101 for salons, spas, barbers, and every industry. Are you an artist, a hairdresser, a chef, a business owner who just want to do what you do best, like paint or do hair, cook, manage your store, but you're not getting enough new customers and not making enough money at what you love to do? I know it's possible to attract more customers than you ever have time for, so you can make money doing what you want to do and what you love to do. I'm a social media coach, but I don't just teach Facebook or Twitter. Instead, I ask my clients what they love to do and if they are making enough money doing it, and do they have more than enough customers to buy their products or services. Whether you are a bartender, a writer, a cab driver, a massage therapist, or run your own law firm, you may want more paying customers to know you as the expert in what you do, and maybe just want more job security. Once you figure out what you want, then together we can find the perfect social media platforms, build an email list, a website, and create a plan for which builds content and shows why you and your brand are so great. This is all social media marketing, and we can tailor it to be an extension of what you love to do. If you're a hair colorist, your content should be pictures of your work. If you're a lawyer, you could make 1-minute videos updating your clients about the public laws changing or tax laws. If you are a barbershop owner, you can review the latest men's products you recommend. All of this is content and can be shared on social media channels, which leads to your website, an email sign-up, which helps you convert people interested in your content to be customers. This also helps you and your employer's website rankings on search engines. That's of your employee. And at this point, to be visible on the internet, customers are different and your employees are different. They use their smartphones and search engines to find businesses like yours, and if you're not visible, a prospective client is going to find your competitors first and go to them for their services and products, not yours. If you give yourself a little bit of time and put a proper marketing plan together with social media, you will make more money and you will have more time to do the things you love. Make sure you download a copy of Social Media 101 for salons, spas, and barbers in every industry at Amazon.com for Kindle, or download a copy at MafiaHairdresser.com. This is a companion ebook or PDF format that will add to what this video will cover. And in this video tutorial, along with the ebook or PDF, you will gain a clear view of how to find which social media platform is right for you and have a clearer understanding of how much time and effort you will need to be successful with each platform. You will be shown how to start a successful email newsletter, which can easily increase your yearly income substantially. You will be able to be visible on search engines for your category of business, and you will learn how to automate your social media posts and your tweets. And guess what? You will understand how blogging or content curation can be fun and tailored to your talents. It's not hard. Welcome to Social Media 101 for salons, spas, barbers, in every industry. I want to give you a clear vision of where you want to start with your social media marketing journey. I hope you check out our upcoming tutorials and keep learning with Mafia Hairdresser tutorials, and tell your friends, please. My name is Jon-David, aka Mafia Hairdresser. Let's get started. Since the dawn of social media, the marketing field became an open market where small businesses like mine could gain a larger percentage of potential customers as an audience. For a while, we could reach the targeted customers we wanted just like the big guys. In fact, bigger companies had to adjust their marketing to become more like smaller businesses like me to continue reaching their potentials. And large companies now pay people like me to help them do their social media marketing for them. Social media marketing specialists understand how to take the content that what large companies pay their PR agencies to produce and make it more social, the way smaller businesses reach their customers. By being more interactive with their fans, as well as enticing fans to share their content with their friends, the big companies are now taking over the social media space, just as they could afford to do with billboard TV spots or slick YouTube videos. What all this means for you is that you now have to imitate or copy the big businesses the way they're doing social media. And big companies have figured out how smaller businesses were using Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn to grow their fan base. Big companies have big money to not only replicate good organic social media practices, they have improved upon them. Now all companies automate their postings, which saves them money to make them more money. You will have to learn how to automate too. In fact, it is now time to start copying the big companies the way they're doing social media. They invested all the money in learning how to use social media channels and websites and online advertising and email newsletters and automation, SEO, and all that marketing. And all you have to do is emulate these practices for your own industry or personal brand. You have one advantage though. You're a real person who likes gardening, running, and cutting hair, and fashion, and pizza, and how to layer that to portray your business and brand online. You get to be more social on social media than the big guys. And let's ponder a moment for the beauty industry. There is a huge increase of mobile service providers, booth renters, and at-home hairdressers because salons and spa owners can't keep their employees busy. The hair care companies and distributors were where owners and service providers used to turn to for education, and they have outdated websites and may have put little effort into their social media. In fact, the pro beauty brands and the barber brands and their suppliers do not even understand or use social media the way Coca-Cola or American Airlines or Amazon.com does. Coca-Cola and American Airlines are huge companies, yet they understand how interacting with their customers on social media is important. And that's what your 2016 customer expects. They want you to be able to tweet about and share about and be heard and be like their favorite brands. Your business has to be in on the conversation and be just as social as those successful big companies do now. Whether you are in the beauty barber industry or not, this information will apply to you. Salon spas and bartenders are an excellent example to use because they entail retail and storefronts and customer service and scheduling and word-of-mouth marketing, which to me is all the same thing. It's all entailed in social media. Email lists and newsletters, they are important. Email and newsletters are still widely used by just about every large and small business, and there are many formats of newsletters to use. I cannot stress to you enough that you need to get every single email address you can from your existing customers and your potential customers. An email list can generate more service income and retail sales and keep your brand top of mind. I know when I send out a separate email to my hair clients, the next 7 days are when I will get the most calls from bookings. That means if I put off that email for just 1 week, I would lose about 1 week's pay income per year, and that I will never see. A weekly or monthly newsletter can attract customers who have not been in your store in a long time. Your old customer is valuable because they already know your business and they were once interested in it as well. How can a newsletter attract back an old customer? If they are still on your mailing list and they have not opted out, then you need to keep adding value to that newsletter. All newsletters need to be valuable. A valuable newsletter can be pictures or captures of behind the scenes at your business. And customers or neighboring spotlights are great to use, and how-to tutorials, skincare tips, your top 5 reasons to use organic products on hair, new product specials, and season specials, and the list goes on. With each month you send out a newsletter, you should be able to view analytics that tell you your open rate. After weeks or months, you'll be able to see which ones perform best, and then you can do more newsletters just like that. The more open rates, the more those old clients will start coming back too. If you are starting a newsletter, I highly recommend that you keep it very simple and give your email list something they would not expect. If you are an individual service provider or a one-man, one-woman show, then you might begin by giving one quick tip and wishing your customers a happy seasonal greeting. And don't forget to add a call to action at the end of that message. Like, don't forget to schedule your fall appointments, like 555-444, whatever your phone number, right? And one of my hair clients does not even like doing professional email blasts at all, and she has a business organizing business. So she writes just a generic yet personal inspirational note every week and sends it from her personal business email address using the blind carbon copy address window. She doesn't even use a service to send those emails. My monthly emails include product sales, a note about my hair services, and I always include my tutorial information. I use Insightly to keep my customers' addresses and phone numbers and color formulas, and I can always then send them a separate email from that CRM. And every blog and every page of your website should also invite people to sign up for your email list. You should always state what they will be getting by signing up for that list. And it's the value. Give them the value. Once you build your email list, you should sign up for a service like Constant Contact or MailChimp. They have some of the best tutorials within their blogs on how to make great newsletters. They have a few CRM features that you can make use of as well. And both Constant Contact and MailChimp are top of the line and will help you grow your open rate with each new email you send. Your website or your home base. I used to tell individual hairdressers or small salons that it's okay just to have a personal Facebook page or an about.me page or even a free website or a directory listing, but not anymore. If someone is looking at your profile on Pinterest or LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram, then all you have is a Facebook page link. There's two things that will run through their minds. A, that they are going to have to log into Facebook just to like your page or find out where you work and where your appointment phone number is and all that stuff. And it's really hard to find them on Facebook. And B, that you ain't such a professional because you don't have your own website. I don't care who or what your business is, whatever. You must now have a website. And I know what some of you may be thinking, the ones who don't have a website, that it's expensive. Yeah, no, it's not anymore. Just a few years ago, we were all paying $1,200 for a techie person to build our websites for us. But now, for less than $100 a year, you can buy a URL, sign up for a web host, and get a WordPress template and build your own website. If you're even the least bit computer savvy, you can have a fully functional website finished in about 4 hours. And if you're not a techie, you can ask a friend to help you or even pay someone to help you build it. But I think one of the most important things that an individual or a small business can do regarding websites is to be able to go in the back door of your website and add and make changes yourself. If you just want to add a new call to action button, calling somebody could cost you $75 like an hour to some techie person, and it might take them only 10 minutes. But for you, it's going to take 30 minutes. So the value is there if you can do it yourself. When you sign up with your web host, which houses your website, you'll pay a yearly fee, and it will be your responsibility to pay that fee every year and to update your plugins and themes and tech updates throughout the year. It's kind of like an iPhone update, right? I do recommend using a WordPress theme for your website because if you need a little help from a friend, WordPress templates are easy to use, and these themes are widely used and easy to find YouTube tutorials, and your friends can help you as well. So use a WordPress site. It's easy. In the settings of your website builder or your dashboard, you'll have the option to make your website responsive. That means that your website will look perfectly great when viewed on a PC or a laptop, and it will look great and different on a mobile device or a tablet, a smartphone. And this is great because websites that are shrunk down to the size of a smartphone without being responsive would be non-user-friendly, and you might lose a prospective customer. And guess what? Most people who view your blogs or your website view it on a mobile device.
60%. And I want to tell you one more thing about websites, the pretty ones. I don't like them. I know those of you that want your websites to look fabulous, but as I've stated before, your customer is different. They have been using the internet a long time, and they are no longer impressed by your animation or websites that have to load music, or that have to you have to click on those magic doors that open into a wonderland of sexy, happy hair customers. No more. Don't do that. Today's internet, where a customer clicks on anything on your website, they should be able to see the information that they came to get. It could be your location, it could be testimonials, it could be your phone number, your prices, or what you just look like. They just want to know who you are. People on your website want the information, and you only have about 3 seconds. So streamline your website to keep their attention. No flash player, no tricky clicks or graphics that whatever. Just pick your colors to your website and adhere to the colors and keep your theme and tone. And I hope you have a theme and a tone. And lastly, make sure with what they are seeing on your website reflects what they will actually see when they come into your business.
If you need to make more money to pay your bills, or if you have a family to support, then you should have your own website to help ensure your employability and stay connected to your future possibilities. Stay with me. If you are a CPA, a data processor, a stenographer, or work in waste management, you should have your own website. By having your own website, you will be able to supplement what your employer says about you in their directory. The employee who has their own website may be the more job-secure employee, because a website allows that employee to blog about what he or she does and what is the proper way to do it. And where would you share these expertise blogs on? On LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Pinterest. Yeah, right? But what are you selling if you're working for an employer? You have a website and you're blogging once a month about how you do your job and what makes you excellent, right? And you're posting that blog on social media channels. I'll tell you what you're selling. You're selling the fact that you are top of your field and you know exactly what you're talking about. By having your own website, you can add to the public perception that you are the expert in your field and you know what you're talking about. It's great, right? By having your own website and building your own email list, you enable yourself to be able to be an independent contractor in the future if this is something you want to do in the future. Even if you have no thoughts today of opening your own salon or consulting business, by building your online presence, this allows you to have your options in the future, and at the very least, a digital resume which will impress any future employer. Your website is a home base where you can house your expert thoughts, your public pictures that show how wonderful you are, with videos of you in action and your charity work, all this good stuff, right? In the ebook companion to this video, I hope that you'll read the story I wrote entitled Fired Over Foursquare. You can Google that if you like, and it was my first blog that went viral, and it was about when I published my first ebook, Mafia Hairdresser, and at the same time worked at a very nice salon with a very, very nice owner. Because I was internet famous at the time, and I was blogging about the salon and our salon products and my services, we all got lots of new customers walking in the door. The problem with the owner was that my website far outranked his in the Google searches. When you Googled his namesake salon, my blogs about the salon on MafiaHairdresser.com were the first 5, and all those search pages. In those early days of social media, he was ill-informed, and he just bought his first computer. So asking me to stop blogging and tweeting was out of the question, so I left and worked for a nice salon that I worked with before. And even though I don't even work for that salon anymore, when you Google my name and their name, there is still a few posts and blogs or mentions that link us together. And that's great. Our association was a good one, and we both had good reputations and strong past working relationships that still shows up online, and then we get customers from that, both of us. And one more story. I worked with a salon years ago, and we had a shampoo assistant who I thought was very, very happy, and yet ended up getting fired. The next thing I know, this disgruntled employee tweeted and yelped about how poorly she was treated over the 3 years and how she hated us all the employees. And I want you to think about this if you are being discriminated against or don't like your fellow employees or your owner or the customers you serve or the products you sell. Keep your online mouth shut. I have one rule that really has worked for me over the years, and that is to complain only to the person or the persons who can do something about your perceived problem that you have. And quit or get out of the situation you don't like or don't accept. But never, never, never post anything on blogs or social media channels that is negative that will haunt you. Pick on Beyonce's hair. Expose the fact that Hotwire doesn't change your reservations, ever. But don't be trashing your boss, your employer, your job, or your coworkers online because that makes you look like an idiot.
By the way, everything you do online should be thought of as permanent. Whether it's a tweet, a posting on Facebook, or a blog. There could be a screenshot made or a digital imprint that may last forever, and your prospective employer or customer might find those negative digital nuggets and reject working with you based on that. So online as a rule, state what you like and not what you don't like. And a few more personal rules that I adhere to is that you should be great and spiritual but not religious. You can be right-wing or left-wing, but don't take a stand online when your business caters to everyone, and don't ever call out anyone online for their poor judgment. Now, you may have an employer that may not understand that by having an employee each have their own website or social media audience might help his or her business. In fact, the more social media platforms that each and every employee is on should only add to your employer's hits to his website, right? And here's how to be a great employee by having your own website. Make sure you state on your website where you work and invite website viewers to visit their employee's site as well and sign up for your employer's newsletter. Build your own newsletter and make it supplemental or complementary yet diversely different than your employee's newsletter. This is a good one. And mention what you do and how you do it well, and in blogs. And don't forget to link your employee's website and preferably to a page where you are mentioned. Okay? By having your own creative or professional supplemental website that points to your employer's website helps raise your employer's search engine ranking. And all of this is just good professional form, even if you might want to open your own business one day.
If you are a business owner who is afraid of your employees becoming more internet famous, just make sure that you have a social media policy. You can have a policy on their website and what they post. This ensures that if an employee doesn't adhere to your rules and stating what you don't like and do like, they know that they could be fired. I think that if your employees follow your rules and adhere to your company policy, then they're keepers. And I also think that if your employees can raise their income and bring more business to your company, they just might be worth a little bit of a thank you and maybe even a little bit of a raise. And some of you may not have staff members, but if you do, I suggest that you achieve a level of good communication with your staff members. Commit to becoming the best manager that you can, or hire a good manager before embarking on a social media platform, because it all comes out. The reason is that you need your staff members to support you on your social media as well, and I call this staff activation. Going all in with social media includes a website, blog, and newsletters, and social media platforms, and getting your staff involved. And it's been my experience that so many businesses and organizations leave out the most important part of going all in. They forget to properly train their staff how to be part of the social media team. So activate your staff. And like I said, I've seen churches and salons and charities spend thousands of dollars updating their websites and making great search engine optimized pages. Barbershops and theaters, and they learn how to use Facebook and Twitter and attract new customers and ticket buyers and reach prospective donors. And yet, the one group of people who have more insight and positive things to say about their businesses don't engage with the business's social media posts, and they don't even share information from those organizations' websites. It's just a waste, right? Your team members have the ability to share about your business, but they don't. Ask yourself why.
You needn't force your employees or your volunteers to repost every one of your businesses' promotions on their Facebook wall or Twitter feed. Just make it clear to them why you want to activate them. It helps them too. Your specials and your offers might be exactly what their friends and family and fans want to know, and it's great to share it. If employees spend 40 hours of work a week at your business, they must think an awful lot of your organization. Ask your people to occasionally share what they like about your business. Give them posts to share and keep them informed about new products or events that their friends might be interested in. Invite your employees to write their own blogs on your website and theirs. Have regular meetings to discuss how your business can also share their good news or blogs that might be appropriate for your followers to know about. And be consistent. Don't let the ball drop with your social media. No one likes getting used to special Facebook deals on Wednesdays, or Instagram employee spotlights on Mondays, or staff recipes on Snapchat stories Sundays. And then all of a sudden have all those wonderful things disappear just because your organization didn't go all in.